Sorry about the delay. I got slightly waylaid. Welcome back to Wordy Wednesdays. I'm your intrepid narrator, Fragath, and today we're going to be reading more of Merchanter's Luck by C.J. Cherryh. Um, let's see. The cover this week is roughly analogous, although massively up-contrasted, version of the edition that I'm working with, which has both Merchanter's Luck and 40,000 in Gehenna in it. Let's see, what happened last week? Um, our boy Sandor Kreja? I'm still not sure, has successfully made it to Pell. Um, he's not entirely intact, as doing 3 jumps solo and in as dangerous a fashion as he did uh, will take it out of anyone, no matter how small the ship may be. And unfortunately for him, he's kind of become a bit of a celebrity because he came in and was like fading in and out, and everybody saw him. And it was kind of a silly thing to do. And then, word gets out that, oh, he said something. He asked about Dublin Again. Well, what's going on there? Hmm? What does a ship with a name have to do with this guy? This crazy madman. So another vessel winds up putting a flag on his ship saying, hey, this guy has like dodged docking fees or some other such thing um, at some other station. And so he's caught up in some legal proceedings where we meet a couple familiar faces. But Dublin again jumps in to the rescue and puts the kibosh on the flag against him and his ship, and also extends him a line of credit and gives him some crew, which comes in the form of Allison Reilly and her. What is their name? It's like the name of a shift, but it's her and her close gang, as it were. Is it the Alderday shift? I can't remember off the top of my noggin here. Oh, no. That's too far along. Anyway, Sandy's like, well, that's all great, but, what's the catch? And he can already kind of sense that she's basically trying to take his ship out from under him. And he's trying to put some structures in place to keep that from happening while he's still around. But I don't know. I don't think he said what he's going to do exactly. Um, Come on. Anyway, so the last we saw Sandy and Allison, they were out shopping, refitting the Lucy, and getting a haircut and getting some clothes. It's all very expensive, but Dublin Again is covering it. So, without with that out of the way, let's let's get rolling here. Come on, don't lose your page like this. What page was I on? That should about do it. Yes. Okay, very good. Chapter 9. He had his doubts, had them following Allison to the patcher, and getting trimmed and shaved and lotioned at the barber. His first time for a haircut that gave him a sleek, blond look of affluence. Doubts again in sleepover, spoiling the hour he snatched for sleep. His privacy, he kept thinking. The life that he had. It was a miserable life, but he controlled it. There was Comp, with its peculiarities, and the sealed rooms that these Dubliners would demand to open. There were things they would hear and see that were worse than public nakedness to him, that undercut his pride and rifled through his memories. But it had to be, he reasoned with himself. He had never had such a chance, never could dream of such a chance. He looked at Allison looking at him in the mirror, and the warmth of that drove the chill away. "You look good," she said to the silver-suited image of him, and he faced about toward her with a surge of confidence that sent some feeling back into his hands and feet. "Reckon so?" he asked. "No question." So it fed him his courage back. He drew a deeper breath, reassessed himself and the pathetic ridiculousness, the childishness of the things stored in Comp, the nature of the sealed compartments and the relics he lived among. So if she thought that, so if she felt that, then she would not laugh. And the others, these strangers they went to meet, she could handle. As long as she was with him. As long as she found nothing humorous in a man trying to be what he was not, who listened to voices instead of family, who had never had the strength to clear out all the debris of the past, who kept a secret voice that talked to a child who should have long ago grown up, excruciating things, a lifetime of illusions. There was always the alternative, he reminded himself. He could wait for the military. In his mind he heard the laughter of the dockside searchers who might get into such privacies, or the techs who might strip his mind down when his scams caught up with him, discovering the twisted child he was. They would put it all together, taking it all apart. And the thought of that, of the questions, the exposure of himself. He wore a patch, had sewn it on. Lucy, it said, white letters on a black, blue-centered circle.